Hey everybody, it's been a while since I created a video. This is a big one. We are moving from the Mini into the Bee Sanctuary. Albert Chubak, the inventor of the Mini, the EcoBee box, and this Bee Sanctuary came down from Canada, and I'm going to take you through the procedure. But what I wanted to do is give you a really quick timeline in case you wanted to catch up. So we installed 2 pounds of bees and a queen on April 24th. Started with 2 mini boxes, 6 frames in each one. We had solid activity. Added a third box with the excluder. We saw the queen in the beginning of June 4th. But then a few days later, when I did my next inspection, I did not see a queen, and I'm afraid I damaged her in some way. So we got a backup queen. The idea being, let's go with a little insurance, and if they ended up with 2 queens, then they fight it out, but otherwise we don't have much of a break. After putting that new queen in, I was cleaning up the bottom of the frames in the brood area and found a capped queen cell that I didn't see previously. So I took the opportunity to move it up above the excluder in the super and figured I would let it play out. If I ended up with an extra queen, I could deal with that. But as of this is an interesting area in the suburbs of Chicago, so not sure how well they could get mated. So it was just let's see what we can do. After that, we did see the cell was open, and I kept my fingers crossed. But at that point, we were pretty close to getting to Albert's visit, which was July 2nd and 3rd. And so I stayed out of it, let that system play out just so that we could do this big move and we would be able to see everything, because we were going to be breaking down the Mini and upgrading into the Bee Sanctuary. So that catches you up on what's going on. Now let's get into the build. The reason why it's such a big deal is Albert is away up in Saskatchewan, Canada. So he happened to be coming down to an event in Indiana. And on his way back, he actually stopped in my area with the setup. So we laid everything out in the garage and started to work on the assembly. And here's a couple of pictures from when he was doing the carvings. He does those on a wood CNC machine, and he did that for the top of the box and the comb box. As you can see, some nice inlays, gives us some personalization. As this is me learning, it's just a great opportunity. So Albert generously donated his days during his visit to go through this stuff. So as you see, we're going through and we're building things and using his system. So he's got these, the corner pieces, the metallic pieces that keep the box together instead of the normal assembly of frames. Or the hive bodies. And you can see this is the comb box. This is an extension that goes above. This will actually allow for another 30 mini frames, or you can actually put in standard medium Langstroth. Once we got into that, we got that done. We were actually ready to do the main body of the hive. So it's double the width that you saw in that comb box. So you could do 60 frames for any combination. If you don't keep the centers on, you don't have to do the minis. You could do your a standard medium. And so we were going through a whole bunch of things, and a lot of the discussions during this time, Albert is just a treasure trove of information on bees. He gifted me a number of books, and he was going through on the Bee Sanctuary and how he came up with it and builds. So this was really, it looks like I'm standing around a lot, but handing him tools. It was just a great opportunity to just hear his thoughts on the invention and on why he did certain things and how it's more flexible. And it really is interesting. So here we're putting in the bottom boards. It's 2 separate bottom boards side by side. This creates that separation, and tacking everything together. we trim off the ends, setting up that saw in the back. And we go ahead and clean up everything at this point. So this just shows you the amount of space that we're working with compared to the Mini. This is absolutely huge. I mean, one of the hive bodies for the Mini is only 6 frames total, and to have 60 frames available if you fill the entire bottom, but all of the frames in the 5 boxes will go into this one first floor of this sanctuary. So really am getting a lot more space and a lot more flexibility, as I said, with the ability to now mix the mini frames and your standard frames. It really gives me a lot of options to go, you know, find local frames or use different things. Or if somebody needs an assist, I can put one of their frames in and let that play out. So it's kind of interesting. Here we're doing the some temporary top covers. So there's 4 of those. That way you can uncover the rows, and we'll see that shortly. You'll see that. Here's the base, pretty simple base, and then here's the entire piece assembled. You've got the whole setup with the option to put the comb box above it, so that's another 30 frames or a mix, and then you've got the top, which you can put down, which acts as a heat exchange. It's an aluminum top, and then you have that airspace above, and gives them it overhangs the front, and it's open, so it gives them a porch, a little more shade, deals with the heat, and gives them gives me a lot more place, and it looks a little better in the backyard as well. Let's find a good spot here. Let's do this. I'll move it once we're ready to get over there. Cool. All right, so let's get into it. We're moving into the over here. You're already in frame. Hey everybody, we're gonna move into the bee sanctuary from the mini urban. Give these girls some room. And I am happy to say that Albert, the inventor, has come down from Canada to Chicago, and we built this thing. You guys have probably seen that video by now, but we're really excited, and we're going to get them moved in to this new home. So we're going to do an inspection, see how they're doing, as you guys have been following along, and then get moved in here.
Awesome. That's beautiful. We're going to see if there's eggs, and we'll go from there. You can get your smoker.
Yeah, I can do. You know what?
Start that.
It's our emergency.
Yep.
Just in case.
And this is what I usually put things on. So there's that. Warm them up. Okay.
Things that I don't want to move anything. I like this. I do too, and it
I see a fair amount of pollen going in.
It turns up.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
The temperament of the bees is just wonderful.
Which I would think means
they should be queen right, and they have room, and they don't have to just defend.
Fire engine red. So
the propolis is good.
You know, the fall and stuff like that. It's very.
What's that?
Color.
I don't think I've ever tasted it.
Tastes like tree sap.
This is my very.
If you try and suck on it, sometimes it just sticks to your teeth.
Oh, they just
doesn't really have a strong
Marcus
taste at all, really.
lit fire
Oh,
for
that's what
the
we
smoker.
Oh, so their
Hey,
house
girls.
is the same as yours.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
And so is that one.
Oh, wow. We have a nice place. We want to thank
Yeah, they
You can
take
take
care
off
of it.
right from the excluder.
Yeah, when we first got our fence, that wasn't even an option. Not even an option.
Think you can take it?
Yeah.
Usually got to get the.
No, not back here. They're on the side.
Oh, that's sumac as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave the
The
excluder.
original.
Oh, you want-
it's all
okay.
Because
back here,
if
you'll see it.
we take
the
it,
original one was
The
actually
bees are right
here.
underneath it and for
Okay.
us to set it down.
And
Whereas the box,
Boy, I take it personally.
got it, we can easily. Okay,
Oh wow, they
now
they went hog wild
like I said,
underneath
this
it.
is
show.
the- This is the
we
original.
can show that there's lots of bees there. This is full.
So it is pretty bad.
Camera a little bit.
And now this was the leaving something.
Yeah, this is going to be full more of honey. That's really good. So we're going to start on this far side.
This is
So that they can
this
work
is one
their
that's
way
been
this
super.
way.
These
So
are not raspberries.
we
This is
can
a wild
we can take out
sour cherry.
honey too if we feel like there's
Wow.
Yeah.
we want to give a
Sour
room to.
cherry.
Yeah, that's full of honey.
Oh, neat.
So when you look at it,
Okay. Yeah, these are thick.
you can see that the bees are doing great. Their jobs.
And then this is honeysuckle. And
So
there's
this
actually
is a
some
honey
planted
frame.
it. I cut it all
We're gonna
back
put
2
honey
years ago,
frames to the
so
front
it's
and the
just
back.
starting to come back.
Cool. So anything you do here and going in here, we should be fine.
I see you eating my honey.
Wow. Yeah, that's loaded.
That was older capped.
Yep. And that's new.
This is newer.
And we can pull.
Feel
like I
how
said, if
heavy.
we want to. I know these things. These frames are.
That's about a pound.
Yep. I mean, like I said, it might be time to pull. At least the temperament's good. It's gonna be hot today.
My dishwasher.
This is another. Wow, that's top half of that one's capped. Yeah. And this side, completely. Beekeeper snacking.
Mark, is this all from that top box?
Yep.
Oops.
Yep.
We don't want to leave it.
Because it'll promote. Here.
You can put it in the hive. They can take it, or you can do it.
How clean it looks.
Yeah, that's new comb. You can tell.
Oh my god.
I like this. This is that honey that we started to get in like July or whatever, in August, like when we first got that very first one, because we got started late. Okay, so that's getting ready to get capped.
Guys are good honey
Oh,
makers.
It's all filled with nectar. Look how
Yep.
beautiful that is.
And all brand new comb. These are,
So this
they drew the hell out of it.
you can take, and that can be a start for another frame.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't look like I'm getting any honey.
Oh no, we can. Once we get everything moved, we'll make some.
Oh, I got some of that.
We'll make. She means full frames.
Well, there's some full frames there.
Yeah. We'll see. There's some other stuff in there. I have a feeling we'll probably
Wow.
make some room.
Look at all
the-
that at the bottom.
Yeah, they
Okay,
drew.
babe, look this
This
way,
is only in
hon.
the last week.
Albert, look this way, honey. Oh, good one. Okay, Mark, you get in there too. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretend you're doing something.
Avery, I was told we
Put
had
a
to do
hand
this
in
all
there.
Yeah.
You might get something
Okay,
to put
this
these
way,
in.
Mark.
Oh yeah. No, I can. Oh, you wanna? Can we get
Okay,
the
you're
tray or
doing
something to
great.
put these in?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hold
can
the
come a
cones.
lot closer. Hon.
Oh, I know. I'm just observing.
Very cool.
I
She's hanging out on you.
Well, we're going to a beehive.
Okay, Mark, hold up the comb. Cute. Okay, I'll do you boys together. Oh, that's cute.
Avery.
Oh, you've got a nice. You got a great start, Mark. Look at this beautiful box.
Straight out of the hive.
Oh, you're gonna love this box, Mark.
I'm already loving the box.
Because it's so, look, it's just so easy to work with.
You can hear the tone. These guys are louder.
We're just gonna put that just like that for
Look
now.
this way, Mark. And Albert, I'll take a picture of you with that. Okay, look this way. Oh, so okay, hold on. There.
Okay.
Want this off?
Wow, that's heavy.
I told you.
That's actually a really heavy box.
They've been rocking it.
Feel how heavy that is.
I know how heavy they are. I'm good.
Yeah.
Here, babe.
Good.
I'm gonna put it.
I have a, like I said, I have a feeling we're going to be taking some because
I'm not worried.
this I can see tops capped all here. And I gave them this just in case they were going to do big explosion.
So this corner is gonna be next year.
It's fully capped here.
There's a couple drones. There's a drone. The drones. There's another drone.
Oh, you mean drones on the frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drones are fun to play with because they don't have stingers. But that's, we're gonna set that way over here.
These boxes, this is kind of an interesting thing. These boxes are drill boxes, and they're all bottom loaded. And I'll show you the difference.
Saw two drones on this one.
Okay. Which you could have hatched from before,
I'm just,
I guess. Or
the reason why I'm keeping track of drones is to see if you have the laying work rate going on.
Oh.
Where she's predominantly laying drones.
Fully capped on this side.
Fully capped on this side.
These might be better frames to take.
That's a beautiful comb frame. You can
That
submit
is
that frame
crazy.
there to the or to the state fair, and that's a great. The edges are nicely done. That's a wonderful one to submit. Scrape off the bottom.
You've got the bee brushes behind you. If you want to, do you want to put these in, or do you want to keep this out?
Well, that one you can keep right here.
And I'll process all of them.
Good girl. Come on.
It's almost done being capped. Just the bottom is a little bit.
Come on, girl.
That side's done.
How do you coax them off? Do you just take them off, or do you?
You can. You
Oh,
can
really?
take them like
All
that.
right. Hey, Josh.
Wow. That's all capped?
Yeah.
Beautiful frame. That's just honey?
Oh yeah, that's all.
Wow, that's...
They've got, this box is loaded.
Again,
Yeah.
just a little bit at the bottom, probably
A little bit of pollen right in the middle. Looks like bee bread. Or is that?
Yep. So that's another nice way to clear bees. You want to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, blowing on them. I seen you doing that in the videos.
It's the only way I can get them out of the way sometimes.
Wow, so you, oh my gosh, that is a lot of room.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. This is, we'll have
This
3
one's-
times as much space.
there's the queen.
Did you? Are you serious?
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
But she's not marked.
So she's
She's the one that you...
Do you want a cager or no? I've got a clip.
We're gonna set this off to the side. So there's the queen. She's right there.
It's unmarked, so this is not the store-bought. This is mine that came out and it came back and got mated.
That's her. She's looking for cells. But this one is all covered with honey, so there's no place. So we're gonna set her off to the side. Grab.
You want to grab a
can't
box
put
for
her in here. We
her?
don't have a split.
Leave her in here. But we just don't want her in direct sunlight.
Okay. Let's do. How about this?
So that way we know where she's at. She's there. And we'll see if we can find
Who
if
knows?
there's another one.
Yeah. We'll have more in the morning.
So she's all the way up on a honey frame, which is odd.
Unless there's another queen in here and she was
Because
run up to the top.
she was up at the top when you separated that
Yes.
cell.
Maybe that cell did
Look
hatch.
how dark that honey is.
Yep. Yeah, I
So,
think there was a gap.
congratulations, new papa.
Yay,
Your
queen!
first successful queen.
Yeah, they made a queen. She got mated and came back. Now we just need to see eggs and larvae.
That's again honey.
I mean, it's good to have the queen, but
See, there's no places yet for her to lay.
no, I think it's going to be. These are the two brood on the bottom, which is where they were the most. But I think in between the gap,
See,
they were
that's-
packing away honey.
That is,
I saw that,
yeah, those are boys. Those are drones.
but it's weird. They're just a couple in the
But-
center.
I see eggs, bottom center.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so come on this side.
Mhm.
Look at the crosshairs down at the bottom of those cells.
I see it.
You see the
Little
egg that's like a
tiny-
little banana
Yep.
standing right up bottom center.
Yeah.
Let's see, right there.
So maybe this queen
So-
was working what little room she had,
And she doesn't have much.
and she doesn't realize, or she didn't, that she, or she had competition from below. We might have two queens.
Yeah, this size has eggs too.
Excellent.
So that's
All right.
going to be in the middle. If you have a marker, let's
don't.
put E
a regular
for
marker.
egg or B for brood so that we know what that is. Out of all the ones that we're going to go
Black
through, so
Sharpie.
far that's the first one that has brood. There's just a honey frame. Just a honey frame.
Yeah. I think
So
there
far
was a
there's
gap
no
and
place
they
for
packed.
it.
They
Mhm.
packed out. Well, there was a gap.
This one has brood.
That's why I'm thinking we take honey, give them more to build on.
But those are all drone.
You're right in the center. Drone cells?
The drone cells, there's no eggs in the ones on the sides because they're
Okay.
filled with nectar.
Yeah.
So this one, you wouldn't have a queen mate with her brothers.
Right.
It's not a great late.
We've seen it in
queen.
Game of Thrones.
So with these, you can just damage them,
Mm-hmm. And then there won't be. They'll pull them
and as soon as they're damaged, they'll empty them.
out. Oh, okay. So you don't even
Now-
have to open them. You just have to
Nope.
damage the top.
Now you can open them, and we could see what the
Might.
mites are like on the inside. Let's see your hive tool.
Marker?
So that last one.
And you wanted to
Put a B for brood. So those are full. No,
What is
I
that?
can't tell.
Yeah, I don't think there was any.
So that's larva juice.
Yep.
The story, my brother and my sister. That one isn't. It's a brood frame, but it's
This
not
is
a.
brood that aren't fully.
So you can
developed.
put
You start
B
to
on
see
that
the
one
stuff.
too. But my brother,
On which one was it? This one?
my sister wanted comb honey. She wanted to taste it. And instead
doing
of
it,
her
girl.
coming to me, she went to my brother, who doesn't make comb honey.
Oh.
And I was a little bit disappointed that she didn't come to me. But in the end, I asked her what it was like.
See, a little bit of brood and a little bit of thing. Do you have eggs back there?
Yes.
Well,
Each
we don't-
cell.
I don't think we don't need these guys, do we?
And so I asked her what she thought of it, and she said, "Well,
Is that a bee?
it was really juicy, really juicy."
Ooh.
And then she said
I know where
later
this
in the
story's
week-
going.
There were bees in her house. Well, she didn't eat comb honey.
Brood?
It was brood. Okay, that one has more open cells. A lot of them are
Did
grown
you say
ones.
this was a brood one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go and put this one back.
See, these are all laid, but the problem is these are all drone cells.
Okay.
See the difference in size? See how
Yeah.
these ones are small?
Right.
These ones are big. These big ones are for drones. These are for worker bees.
Okay.
So,
did you
grab
step on?
your. No, I just shook one off my leg.
Oh, she's down there. I was like, okay.
I
you want?
need your hive tool. We're going to destroy these cells because you want these cells to be redone
As
in worker cells.
Worker cells.
So all you're doing is,
Zeroing them out.
yeah. Even if some of those weren't, those ones
Yep.
are good. But they'll fix it. Yeah, that one you don't want to put in your mouth.
No.
There. And on this side, we're going to do the same thing. But again, there's not much in the way of space for them. You don't have anything that looks like a secondary issue. You don't have small hive beetle. I don't know if they have small hive beetles here.
I think they do, but we don't, because I see them in Central Illinois. But I haven't had that. I haven't had small hive beetle.
I haven't seen K-wing. I haven't seen anything that stands out as being an issue. Very nice and mild. Like they have no problem that we're working with them.
Yeah, I sometimes have to remind myself that when they run into me, it's not aggressive. It might just be I'm in the way. But you can definitely hear the hum has come up. So you just give them the opportunity to come off those
Yeah.
pieces and
Let them, and then once they've
Take
gone
them off.
somewhere else, if they want to relocate some of the stuff, great. But before we're done, we'll remove
Yeah.
it.
now these two boxes are typically where the big brood queen worked and stuff. So this is where, if there's enough, then this is where I would think would be. And this was all brood. Honey on the outside. Open home cells.
A lot of open cells, lots of, look, all the open larvae, and
Oh, do we have good larvae?
yeah, look.
Oh yeah. All right.
So
So either she was going down and we caught her while she was up.
if you were to separate this frame,
Yep.
see those little you can see the tiny little curls of larvae.
Yep.
They're in what it kind of looks like milk.
Yep. That's
That's royal jelly. So if you were to separate this frame could create queen cells.
because they could just keep.
Mm-hmm. Both sides of that is brood. I would put on that one so that we can differentiate it from the other ones. Put SB, strong bird.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to start pulling out honey frames and replacing. This is filled with royal jelly and
You see the eggs in there? You see the larva?
see all through there.
Yep.
There, look at it like that. See how you see.
Yep. There you go. Yep. Cool.
But there's some drones, just a very few. All these cells are laid with eggs. You see the eggs?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, on the dark comb, it's
Easy.
easier to spot.
So I'm not going to
Excellent.
pull that off. I'm just going to leave it. But
So we should keep
That's
our eyeball out
beautiful.
for another queen, possibly.
so I would say again for that with SB. They're beginning to cap them.
Oh, yeah.
So again, we have older
Brood.
larvae.
Some in here too.
Yeah, eggs all the way out to the
Mhm.
edges. I'm
Looking
just
for
scanning
queen.
around
Yep,
for
looking
another
for-
queen.
I'm happy with the stripes.
SP. Fill the brood.
Oh yeah. Some bee bread and. Oh wow. Yep. Solid. Yep. Here, we'll do this. Show with
This
my
stuff
phone.
is now
It's
being
right there.
capped, and it's a flat capping, so it's a worker bee.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a nice tight. Tilt it a little bit my way. There you go. I can zoom out on that one. Good. SB?
Yep. Eggs, larva capped.
You don't see larva in the center. Yep. Older larva, so patterning out. I think I see eggs in here. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, all the way to the very edge.
That's another SB.
Yep.
So keep all these SBs. We'll put a core, the center.
Yep.
A little bit of resources.
That's all capped.
Yeah. Bee bread. Yeah, bee bread over here. Is there a brood in here? This looks like a lot of resources.
Yeah, eggs right in the center.
Okay, well look at all this. Yeah, I mean it's all. So this one's all a lot of resources in this one. I think this is the same thing. This looks like this
That's
is the kitchen.
all protein.
Yeah. So this
That's
is where
all
they were
pollen.
packing away all the pollen and bee bread. So
So this one, this side has brood. This is mostly pollen.
so make sure that
So
that's
I
facing
want
in.
I want the pollen out, and the brood in. So this one,
Oop, did you just squash this little girl?
watch, they'll just get up and move. Come on, you're stuck. There,
There you
it's
go.
gone.
Oh, okay. So on that one,
Ouch.
did you get picked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pinch one, right?
It's a nice clean bottom. There's nothing in that bottom at all.
By
I don't
nothing
know
you
if you've been
mean,
cleaning it or not, but that looks pretty good.
and just, you mean just, there's no
No debris, there's no nothing.
bee poop. What did you want to put on this one?
There's some eggs, you can put
Okay.
brood. But I would just put bee.
Okay.
It's not a strong. That has lots of eggs.
Let's see that. You get a little nervous when they hit right into me. Yeah,
And
a lot of pollen.
So we're gonna put that one.
The cloud at the landing board now.
Shake that one off. There's an SB.
Which one? Okay.
Another SB.
I think it's really hot.
We have everything in here. Eggs, royal jelly, capped. That's a beautiful thing. That's an SB.
Which one was that? This one here?
Yeah.
Don't buzz her on my face. I don't like that.
Filled with.
Yeah. I don't think I can get in the shade with it. Let's see. The camera seems to be heating up.
Okay. So I didn't see another queen.
So we just think we got our queen and we didn't have that store-bought.
Okay. No, not that one. You want that one fixed. That one, shake it off.
Now, what are you looking for on the inside like
I'm just
that?
looking to see if the queens are.
Oh, okay.
You look for other issues like small hive beetle and
Yeah, like I said, I have not had, I've not seen any small hive beetle.
okay.
That's a bigger cloud than I'm dealing with. This where you're just going to put empty headquarters for
So they
returners?
can climb up the side and you can keep shaking them.
Oh, okay.
So that's the queen.
Yep.
Go and taking ones out so that we can.
That was me.
Make it so that they have.
So?
Yep.
That's two.
Oh, it's been 3 or 4.
Oh.
All in the fingertips. You can just put on this one just for the hell of it. Put queen, Q for queen. That's where she was.
down a little bit. I don't mind smoking myself.
Okay, I put a couple empties,
Okay.
one here and one here, so that they have some brand new fresh drawn comb. I'm going to move out some more honey ones so that we can...
Let me get the... Let me take this.
Actually, I think I'm just going to adjust the rest of them.
Okay. Let me do this to the... What drove them all up like that?
Hmm?
Or did you knock that?
Nope.
Oh. Because there's a pile of these.
Up there?
No, I'm not saying like
Oh,
right here.
because I pulled them out here. And
Oh, gotcha.
they were clustering. Okay.
All that home. You want to swap it out? Oh, it's these guys are already up in the box.
Go in there and you can shake them out. You can even shake them out tomorrow night or tonight. And there it is. We could use this one.
Since that camera's dying, I might as well get some here. They want to land back on it.
There, you're set up.
All right, well, I'm doing some video here.
And once these emerge, you can easily add another box. Or open them up to the other side, but another box is easy. Then you
All right,
just leave
so-
everything underneath.
So give me your thoughts on the hive, what you found inside the mini, and you know, kind of like surmise the situation.
Your mini was 5 boxes completely full, so once these babies would have emerged, you would have had a swarm going on again. But the neat thing is that we found the queen. She was unmarked, so she was the queen that you raised, not the queen that you bought. We didn't see any that were painted. There wasn't a second queen. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of 30 frames that are brood. That's awesome. Let them continue. You'll add another box on top, the comb box, and those will be all new frames that will be just snow white comb. And let them just keep the bottom. Don't go into it. Leave it alone. You don't want to take a chance of hurting your queen now this late in the year. You know that she's laying, you know that she's there, you know that she's healthy. Let her do her thing. And you went through a couple, or at least one brood break, so the likelihood is your mite counts are going to be low, just because you went through a brood break. I didn't see any signs of them being with K-wing. I didn't see any rotted brood. All your young larvae and your eggs and your royal jelly look great. You have lots of royal jelly, so they're producing a whole bunch. You had a whole bunch of frames that were capped before, so those were all the nurse bees coming out, and they needed something.
Excellent. So,
Colony is doing great.
so we're the
So
entire
they
5
can grow
boxes are
really
now
fast
here in
now.
the 30. We've taken 7 frames of honey. So those frames, once we process those, they'll be available to go back. I'll do a video that will talk about the comb box and adding space for another 30 mini, or we have the option to go with standard frames, medium frames. So we'll talk about that in a later video. And so now let's see, let's do a little close them up. So these are some temporary top boards. So we're going to do some with entrances, so we have some top entrances. But for now, we're going to go and put these guys. So there's going to be more videos. We'll talk about, you know, modification, and we'll talk about improvisation, which seems like that was a good theme. Oh, bunch of them on the back. There you go.
You'll have to find home.
Yep. And so we have the opposite space on this side. So there's another ability to put another 30 frames, or, you know, again, standard frames.
And then with
Mediums.
the medium
Yep.
and the lid, you can put it on.
And you can still get,
This one
yeah, that's a little high.
is just a little bit too tall.
But when we have the comb box, you can actually put that on there, so a second story. And there's even a spacer that if you want to do deeps, you can do deeps, standard Langstroth deep. So that should be, there's going to be a lot of flexibility, and we'll talk about that. But what's really cool about this is that now this entire top structure is, you know, heat sink. It's
Aluminum, it dissipates heat.
Yep. And we've got a nice porch going on. They can go, I'll show you up here, they can go up underneath. They're already looking like they're working the front. And yeah, so this is a few feet away. We'll keep moving them. This is where the mini was, or is, and we'll just keep moving them.
Well, it was quite an
And the
adventure.
stand.
Here we are at the end, and took some pictures. This is how it ended up a little later in the day. And later that evening, they were pulling things off. Very hot day here in the Chicago area. And but they were taking to it really nicely. So I pulled the mini off. As you can see, empty pull. So they don't feel like they need to go back. Here's what we pulled: 7 frames, 8 frames. And we processed those, crushed those up into Ziplocs, and let them sit out in the heat and the warm sun on the rocks, and that nicely separates a lot of the debris. So we pulled probably about 7 pounds worth of honey, and as you can see, at a great number, we hit 16, 15 and a half, 16 was pretty much what I hit. So we had a little bit more from that. I put grass over the entrance in the evening. So this is the next morning. You can see the bees had moved out about half of it, done their orientation flights, and have been moving in and out of it since.